Hello, I hope you guys are having a great weekend thus far. Thankful for that you all are tuning in to hear about how my week's been going. So it's been about a couple of weeks since I last had to do a blog. So technically, last week at my placement school, it was like spring break. Although it wasn't a full week, it was only a half, and well, not even really a half. It was more like a 5 day weekend. But it was nice nonetheless to just get a break from some of the kids and just the school itself, and to kind of just pause and a little bit of restarting going on there in certain areas. But this past week was great. This upcoming week is actually my last week in my unit plan for World War II. So we'll wrap up Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday the students will take a test, and then Friday they'll begin the Cold War. So I'm currently finishing up collaborating the plans with my supervising teacher, so I'm really excited about what's to come with that unit. But there's like less than, if not exactly 1 month until I'm pretty much finished with the program, with student teaching and everything. So I've just been really trying to get my ducks in a row, not just with my responsibilities at my placement school, but also with what I have left to do. There's about like 4 major assignments, including my electronic portfolio. So you forget that, at least in my position, trying to juggle the two. You got the teaching life, but then you also have the student life. So if you don't watch it, it'll creep up on you. So I was looking at my calendar today and starting to get some of those things together and whatnot. But it's all good. I'm looking forward to it. Been really excited this past week. Again, was just really great. I think the students are just really comfortable with me, and the relationship we have and the rapport is excellent. I'm pretty sure if I were to do my student analysis again, it would probably, honestly, and this isn't to brag, but just it would have better. I would have better scores or better responses than I probably did the first time. Not, yeah, I mean, wasn't that I had a bunch of bad responses the first time I did it, but I think that there's some students where there might have been some tension in that early phase of me being as a student teacher and going through this unit. But I think once they've gotten to know me a little bit and how I operate as a teacher, and vice versa, getting to know them and how they operate as a student and an individual has really helped. I think our relation, as far as the teacher to student aspect of that, but it's been really encouraging to be a part of this journey, and to be where I'm at. I'm very thankful for my supervising teacher and my team. So it's not just my supervising teacher, but my cohort is a huge part of my success in this journey, but also the team that I have at my placement school. So it's not just my supervising teacher and I, but it is also the science teacher, the English teacher, and the math teacher, and that's what makes up this pod. And so it's nice because we plan together, we work together, we collaborate, and we talk, and we have all the same students. So it makes it not just convenient, because if you're having a trouble with a student, you might be able to talk and say, hey, listen, what are some things that you do, the ways that you encourage them, or you tap into their, process of learning and things like that, or just getting them motivated. But it also has been beneficial to just picking their brains in certain areas, whether that be motivation, how they motivate students, how they plan, just listening to their journeys as to how they've gotten where they're at right now, and whatnot. So I've been very fortunate and blessed, honestly, to have these folks in our area for me to support me, to encourage me, and honestly criticize me to be a better teacher, a better professional, um, and whatnot. So that's really all I have this week. I'm really looking forward to this week. I've started to incorporate some today's news, and if you act old like me, so I'm pretty much an old soul living in a young man's body, and I watch 60 Minutes. And if you watched tonight's 60 Minutes, there was a brief video on I believe it's Caroline Kennedy, who was John F. Kennedy's daughter. Anyway, she's the ambassador to Japan, so it's super relevant to what we're going through right now, because we're not only discussing relations between Japan and the U.S., but we're talking about the decision to drop the atomic bomb, and the Japanese surrendering, and the aftermath of all of that. So it's interesting to hear how our relations with them today is still impacted by those events then, and how they depend on us for some military support, and for their economy and other areas of their government and their country and whatnot, and vice versa. So I'm probably going to open up with maybe a short little video clip for the students tomorrow, and they get to do a super fun activity where they get to decide as a class, was it the right decision to drop the bomb, or should we have potentially just evaded Japan. The great thing about history is, and I tell my students this, as long as you can make a case that is factual, and that you can support with credible information, then you could say, I don't believe we should have dropped the bomb, but here's why. And not just saying, oh, because the Japanese, all because America's stupid, or all because we're bullies, or whatever, the Japanese are dumb. It's trying to help them to understand the purpose of history, the purpose of social studies, why they're in class and they're going through this. And I try to link that to their other programs, whether it's math or whether it's English, and I try to relate so that the transfer, they can see that and use it and things like that. So I really feel like I'm starting to see some improvement there. So with that, I look forward to giving you guys an update about how the activity went, how the test and all that good stuff goes. So with that, I hope you guys have a great week, and again, I just really appreciate y'all tuning in. See ya.